Welcome back to On the Table. My guest right now is, I would like to assume, a good friend and elder brother of mine. But if I'm claiming, he's here to set the record straight. Speaking of records, he has a brand new, beautiful one out right now featuring J Cash titled For You Alone. Allow me to welcome the artist who can have you singing his songs even when you're sleeping. His name is Drimz. See what I did there?
I know, right?
When is my verse? When are you asking for my verse? When am I laying it down?
We can always make arrangements. I usually record from here, so I think it wouldn't be something of...
It can be a plan, eh?
I know, right?
But welcome to On the Table.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you after a while, but not so much of a while.
It's been years.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was the last time we had an interview together was in, should have been 2018 or 2017.
Yeah. But you know, because I've been seeing you and talking to you since, so it feels like it wasn't even that long.
Sure.
But yo, first of all, we're just showing your music video. Absolutely, really beautiful. I was telling someone this, that Drimz doesn't disappoint with the music videos, and you've been quite consistent with that for a while. Well done to you, first of all, with that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And obviously, the elephant in the room around even this particular release, the song and the video, is the fact that you obviously postponed the release because of J Cash's bereavement. But is it something that he asked you to do, or you took it out of your own wisdom?
So we actually were scheduled to release the song on 14th. But then right now I'm working with Zam Digital. They're the ones that are responsible for putting out publishing my music on all digital platforms. So one of the conditions is that I have to push in the content 2 weeks before the date of the release. Unfortunately, we only pushed in the content 3 days to the 14th, so they said it couldn't work. So we had to push it to the 21st, but then unfortunately again we couldn't put out the music because of the bereavement that J Cash had. So I actually called Shosta, I think 2 nights before. Is it a night before? I said, I don't think it would be right for us to put out a record, looking at the fact that the artist that is featured in the song has got a bereavement.
Yeah.
I don't think it would just be right to be in a hype mode and then that's how I communicated with Zam Digital as well, and they welcomed the move.
Yeah. Did you talk to J Cash about it?
I actually spoke to him, and before we could put out the statement, we actually sent out the statement to him just for him to approve.
Ah, okay. So, meaning he eventually even agreed that you'd do it a week later. It would be much better. Initially, I was wondering, how come I'm not seeing calendar music promotions? But don't worry, I'll not ask about whether you're still signed or not, because I'm tired of asking. Oh, you like to talk about it? Look, I try to avoid this, okay? But if you're willing to talk about it, what's the situation now?
I want to be brutal and honest about this. I almost got signed to Calendar Music Promotions. I had a very, bad experience, my first time going to KMP. But I must put this on record. Me and the boss, Mr. Abuela Kalandanya, we are good.
Yeah.
I've known him since 2016. So the first day I went to meet the management, I went with DJ Shosta. And unfortunately, they couldn't allow DJ Shosta to be part of the meeting because they said, okay, now since you get signed to KMP, so you'll be under new management, so we don't need this other guy. So I insisted to say, look, the artist you see today is because this guy has been putting in the work, so it's just right that he sits there as well. They insisted until Shosta said, okay, let me just leave you guys to discuss. Then I was subjected to, some disrespect. So the first question I was asked was, what other hit song do you have apart from Wankole? And I'm asking myself, are you seriously asking me this question? So then I started explaining myself. Then, as if it wasn't enough, he goes on to say, we hope...
Wait, who was asking you these questions?
Do I get to start mentioning people's names?
Okay, but
I said management.
But management, okay. So I'll assume it's the general manager, but
exactly, yes. So what did you just say?
The general manager.
That's your word. So
because that sounds like something he would say. I've had a conversation with Sash before.
So as if that wasn't enough, management goes on to say, we hope if we sign you, you won't be like the dope boys. Not disrespect the dope boys, but I just have to put this on record. Like, we hope you don't, after 3 months, you don't go the dope boys way. And like, what do you mean? After 3 months, could it be a hit song? I'm like, do you really know the guy, the person you're talking to? Like, I've held down the game, not trying to blow my own trumpet, but ever since the days of Amadansi, Amlolo, Irene Mambilima, I think I've held down the game and I've remained consistent. Obviously, it's not about individual brilliance. It's been collective effort. Then the last question was like, can you feel Woodland Stadium for us? Like, I'm in the wrong place. So it goes on to say, I think, you know, Palile Boye, so we only have about 1 or 2 artists that can fill Woodland, you know, Stadium for us. So we need artists that can fill up Woodland Stadium. And at that moment, because I was with Shenki, so I texted Shenki like, what am I doing here? Did I come for audition or something? So after that experience, I actually told Shosta to say, I think if I'm ever going to decide to stay at KMP, it's because of the boss. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any reason to stay with management that, first of all, does not believe in my creativity and just believes in the brand, you know, the brand name Drimz. Yeah.
But you said you almost got signed. So meaning there was no contract.
I was given the
whatsoever.
contract, and I was asked to go through it. We went through it with my team, and I actually, you know, did sign on it. Then I took the copies to the boss, but to date nothing came forth.
Yeah.
So I just take it.
So you even went on, you did the campaign song as well, but
Did
there was still all those things going on.
Okay, so it was one of those things where you were asked to do a political song, and then there was huge monies, you know, attached to it. Unfortunately, which I didn't get. So it was against my principles. I even mentioned to the boss to say I don't do political songs because I understand the repercussions that come with doing political songs. I said if I'm going to do something that is going to talk about politics, I want to do a song that is going to be, you know, that is going to unite the nation. But the boss insisted to say, look, there is so much money being put on the table for you. By the way, that even costed me, you know, some of my endorsements, because I had endorsements with organizations that, you know, don't take, you know,
Political
politics.
affiliation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I actually explained to the boss to say I cannot do a political song because 1, it's against my, you know, my principles, and 2, I have 3 huge endorsements
That you want to lose. Yeah.
Exactly. And then there was a point where I was told to say, even in as much as you are trying to protect your endorsements, you need to understand that everything, you know, still goes back to the government of the day. If they decide today to say we don't want that guy on that program, then it's gone for you. So then it became like I'm trying to, you know, convince you to do a political song, but then I'm throwing into my subliminal.
And this was
threats.
the boss
Yes,
who was talking to you about
yes,
all these things,
yes,
Mr. Kalanda
yes,
himself.
yes.
It seems like, I mean, for you to even give in, it seems like there was some really good money involved. How much was involved?
We don't talk figures on TV.
But eventually you still didn't get
I didn't even get even a quarter of whatever I was promised.
But was it like, okay, let's talk about, we won't talk about the exact figure, but was it like 6 digits? Are we talking, you know, 5 digits?
Just know it wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
But you did the song.
Yari ati nga mwembe nyimbo era no mbenda la mashalaisa. I was supposed to get a lot of money owing to the fact that there was a contract that I had signed, and once the boss had signed on the contract, there was another you know, there was other monies that were supposed to come, you know, for being signed under KMP. So putting the KMP money and Fiamma politics, it was really going to be something that would.
Were you relieved that the political song you didn't get as much attention as the other songs?
It was. I was.
Because then you're not one of those artists who are attacking, saying, "Hey, why not the campaign song?" You didn't get that type of backlash. There's a list of artists, and you're not one of them.
That was just strictly business. I think it was just business at the end of the day. But then business happened, and
All right. Well, we're still hanging out with Drimz. When we get back, I want us to play a little game. Yeah, okay. I know you're not expecting
it's
this.
Not a personal game.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
We'll find out when we get back on the other side of On the Table.
Yeah, man! You're watching I and I King Dandy Crazy on the table with Chimweka. Should I make it? The caption. Boo!
Welcome back. We're still hanging out with Drimz Mr. Musiq, aka Kaonde Waea, if I said it right.
Yes.
All right, dope. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play a game. It's called Would You Rather. Okay. So you've got two options of things, and you have to pick which one you'd rather.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm
going to ask you.
Pass.
No, you're not allowed to pass.
Personal.
No, don't worry. It's okay. It doesn't get too personal.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start. So first question is, would you rather perform in Kabwe or perform in Lusaka?
Kabwe.
That's only question one, and he's having a hard time. Would you rather wear snapbacks or head socks?
Snapbacks.
Would you rather sleep naked or sleep with clothes on?
I'm a married man, thank
you. That is not. What does that mean? How do married men sleep?
Clothes on.
Some of us are not.
Clothes on.
Clothes on.
Clothes
okay.
on.
Okay. Thanks for answering. Would you rather have a Kaladocious chorus or a Yomap's chorus?
I don't remember the day I did a bad chorus, so the boys can be on the verses, so I still maintain the chorus.
Yeah. Even though that's much, you haven't answered our question.
Your maps.
Your maps. Would you rather have a Maki 2 verse or a Chef 187 verse? I know you've worked with both before.
Bobby East.
Chef 187.
Yes.
All right. Would you rather spend a day with Ben Lombe or spend a day with Ivanka Bianca?
Guys. Pastor Jimmy K. Ivanka Bianca. Would you rather drive a manual vehicle or an automatic vehicle? I'm a fan of manual vehicles. Even though I drive an automatic, but my first vehicle was a manual, so I would rather drive a manual.
Okay. Would you rather read a newspaper or read a magazine?
Your magazine, you online or you never hard copy?
Hard copy.
Newspaper.
Would you rather drink coffee or drink tea?
Coffee.
The last one, would you rather sell your music via CD or sell your music online?
Online.
Really?
Music online.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe now that things have changed, yes. The Vesesanis, so artists can make more money now and all that.
And I think the CD era is almost,
Yeah. Or maybe you also do flash discs like I saw recently.
Not as yet.
But Drimz, it's been amazing having you. But before I let you go, let's talk about the rest of the year for you and what people can expect. I know you've just released this song here, but what are some of your short to long-term plans for the rest of the year?
Okay, so over the years, I have built, a good brand. And so besides being just the entertainer or a songwriter, I'm a brand influencer.
Yeah.
And I'm an ambassador for a couple of, organizations around. And I also do activism as well. I think people that follow me on social media would actually attest to this. I have a lot of good music coming out. I have collabos that I've not done before that that I've done so far this year, and so far it promises to be a good year musically.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the year that's to come and all the music, and we're looking forward to all of that. To be here waiting for that.
Sure.
Drimz, thanks a lot for coming through.
Appreciate.
My guest has been the one and only Drimz Kaonde Waya.